What's going on, guys? MegZardZ here, and before I start this, I haven't posted shit because my internet keeps fucking up. Well, I just swore twice in like the first two sentences for like no reason. Okay, I haven't been able to upload anything because my internet has been kind of bad because I'm a little trip. So it's like your average upload time is 328 minutes or something stupid like that. So I'm hoping a quick recording will be good. Didn't have any games, hopped on, saw my friend Slated playing Anything Goes with this RMT that I'm sure I've used before versus Gilgamesh, which is an alt for Arafine, who's a good player. Not for Anything Goes, I don't think, but can definitely get good teams and is a very good UU player, I think. Or was it Monotype? I don't remember. I know Arafine has a reputation for not being shit. And this ended up being a really cool game, so I'm like, I'm just going to post it. So Slated has RMT. Arafine knows the teams. Just lead Toxic Spike Scolipede, standard Scarf Kyogre from the previous generations where you didn't have Primal Kyogre just absorbing, Primal Groudon, absorbing all the water spouts with the immunity of the shit. God. Bulky Lugia with Whirlwind Roost Sub-Toxic, which means it doesn't actually have an attacking move. And then triple Arceus, one of them is Arceus Fairy, the other two are normal. The other two are normal E-Killer with one having Stealth Rock, one having Roar or something like that. But then they also have the E-Killer sets. So I'll just dive right in. Obvious Scolipede lead is obvious because it's 4 leading spikes. He's going to go for Toxic Spikes. It's a stupid play because Toxic Spikes were just better there. Like, you run it for Toxic Spikes. It would have really worn down Gilgamesh's team. But he's going to reveal Arceus Poison anyway, which makes the Spike, like, totally worth it, even though it's kind of dumb. So, whatever, it doesn't really matter. He's going to go into Mewtwo, ends up revealing the taunt, as that completely shuts Lugia down. It would be forced to struggle. So he's just going to go into Kyogre, predicting, I guess, the Ice Beam. If he had Thunderbolt, that would have sucked, but whatever. He's going to get crit, that doesn't really matter. Predicting the Rayquaza to come in, he's going to go into Lugia, because Lugia is a stopped Mega Rayquaza. And by stopped, it takes like 60% through multi-scale when it's at +2 with a Sword Stance, if it's Life Orb. So he's just going to go into Groudon, as Lugia's going to win this, so he's going to Toxic. Unfortunately, it's Lum Groudon, which is interesting. He's going to Roost, as Groudon sets up Rocks, which means that unless Slated defogged with Arceus Fairy, I believe, yeah, Fairy. Fairy's the one with defog. Scolipede's going to die. He's going to Roost, predicting attack, but Gilgamesh is actually going to roar him out, as Kyogre's going to miss a Sheer Cold. He was just clicking Sheer Cold to try to take down the Ray. But then he's going to hit it, which actually made it worth it, which was hilarious in the game. He's just going to get revenged by the Arceus. This is the point where I actually started watching, so I know what happens from now on. He goes to the Fairy Arceus, as he's going to switch in Mewtwo on the defog because he didn't want to lose with his own Arceus 1v1. Slated is just going to recover because it's kind of free. He's Life Orb. If he taunts, it's like fine because he gets health. Side Strike is still doing a lot though, so he's going to KO the Mewtwo with Judgment. Took a little extra damage, I suppose. Gilgamesh, Arafine, goes into the Poison Arceus. Just clicks Poison Jab. Lugia's here to just like whirlwind it freely as he tries to set up a Sword Stance on like a Para or something. Back to Rayquaza, which is gonna switch out again as he goes for a Roost again, because Lugia makes really so much fun watching this thing whirlwind. Unfortunately, Slated doesn't have any spikes, so he's not like racking up any residual damage or anything. He's going to go for a Stone Edge as Slade gets parried, so this might be a chance to break through Lugia. Can he do it? No. He's going to get off the Roost, get back to multi-scale, whirlwind it out. Man, Lugia is fun. But he's finally going to go to Yveltal, which actually threatens this thing. So Slated is going to go out into his Arceus Fairy, burn the Yveltal as Gilgamesh stays in, predicting him to like not Judgment, predicting the Poison Arceus. And what this does is lets him get up Spike with Scolipede. And now he can start wearing down his Gilgamesh's team with all the Whirlwinds, as long as he doesn't go back out to Yveltal, which is like the thing that threatens Lugia. Lugia also can't touch Arceus Poison if it's the last Pokemon, because Arceus Poison is immune to the Toxic. So he's going to set up Stealth Rock too, just to get like more residual. Then go for an Extreme Speed. Is Yveltal's taking the hits very nicely. Bulky Yveltal. It might even, like, it's definitely offensive. I don't know if it's bulky or not. Yveltal's just a bulky Pokemon, but especially with Oblivion Wing getting back 75% of health loss. But Yveltal's going to go down. Slated makes the play of going into Arceus, which unfortunately can't stop the Rayquaza like Lugia can. He can't really switch in safely. He's going to end up Extreme Speeding, as Gilgamesh doesn't Extreme Speed. Can't explain that play there, but he is going to be able to take out the Arceus, and unfortunately Slated is unable to touch a last Mon Arceus Poison, because his only damaging move on Lugia itself is Toxic. So what he's going to have to do is start whirlwinding them around and hope to like get off a PP stall with Para or something. Is that going to be the play? So he's going to SD. He's just going to keep SDing on the roost, doing damage, getting whirlwinded out. And at this point, he had already said GG in the chat and been like, "Yay, I'm actually going to win this one against this fucking obnoxious team," etc., etc. The Slate is going to keep roosting up and keep playing around. And then you start to count the spikes damage and the rocks damage and what's in. And suddenly it doesn't look like a total win, because he's going to try to go back into the Arceus as on the roost. And because of that, Slade is going to be able to whirlwind that out, go back into the Poison Seus, gets one more whirlwind. He's going to switch out because it doesn't matter anyway. That dies to Hazards, goes back into the Poison Seus, also going to die to Hazards, and Lugia, totally unable to touch the Poison Seus, just shuffled around to victory, which was the stupidest thing ever. Fuck Lugia. This shit's ridiculous. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I don't know when I can. I won't be able to like definitely get something up for like a week-ish, because internet's still crappy. But I will be back. I'm not dead. I still have plenty of stuff. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.